I'm Alison Grange, the team leader for communications and governance at Shropshire County Pension Fund, and I'm here with Dave Wright, the chair of our pensions board, to discuss more about the board's role and whether you might want to join us as an employer representative. Hello, Dave. Can you tell me what the pensions board is and what it does?
Hi, Alison. Yeah, Shropshire County Pension Fund was established. We established the board in 2015. It's an oversight body and we have no decision-making powers.
Who sits on the pensions board?
Our pension board is made up of 3 scheme member representatives and 3 scheme employer representatives. The employer reps, they must be office holders or senior employees of employers. And they've got to be members of the fund, of course. They must have, or they could have experience representing scheme employers in a similar capacity.
How often does the pensions board meet and where are the meetings held?
The board meets a minimum of quarterly in each calendar year. We try to have the meetings face to face, so they're held at Shire Hall in Shrewsbury. Obviously, during COVID, that went to Zoom meetings, but currently we're back to face, which is good news.
And would you expect board members to attend all of the meetings?
Board members should really endeavour to try to meet all board meetings, but obviously we appreciate that people go on leave, people have to do courses. So we expect, as long as we've got 2 members, scheme members from the employers and 2 from the members, we then core it.
Brilliant. What training will be provided for board members?
Well, we do have some legal requirements under the Public Service Pensions Act. A member of the pension board must be conversant with all the legal stuff and associated guidance. And of course, the local government pension scheme itself. Recently, the fund purchased for the officers, for the board members and for the committee members, an online training platform, the Imans Learning Academy. That guides board members through the necessary legislative stuff, as well as any of our topical issues. Obviously, also on top of that, we could do some bespoke training. So training probably takes up about 2 days a year. Compulsory training, that is. So it's about 2 days a year.
Right. And how are new board members selected?
Well, obviously we advertise it as per this video. Once we've got some applicants, the successful ones are invited to an interview with the Assistant Director, Legal and Governance, and the Head of Pensions, the LGPS Senior Officer. Once these guys have gone through the selection process, the interview process, they will then appoint a new employer rep.
Brilliant. And how long are board members then expected to serve?
Well, for all members, the term of office is 4 years. However, that can be extended to 6 years. An employer rep is slightly different to a member rep in that if the employer rep leaves their place of work and a new employment is not within the fund, obviously they can't be a member of the board.
Yeah, that makes sense, because obviously we can only have employers that we're actually currently working with within the fund.
Correct.
And why did you personally join the board, Dave?
I've been around the pensions committee for a number of years because I was a councillor for Telford and Wrekin Council, and they appointed me to sit on the committee. We have on the committee 2 councillors from Telford, 2 from Shropshire, plus obviously layman reps. And with all that stuff I did on the committee, I was quite interested when a vacancy came up for a member rep on the board. I applied for it, I went through the interview process, and here I am, chairman today.
And then what do you most enjoy about being a board member?
Obviously, we have to follow due process. That's quite important for all of us because we're speaking A, big money, and B, people's pensions. So we must be fully, the board members, they have to be fully heard. We have to be considered. We have to look at a consensus when we're actually making decisions. And working with board members is an interesting time because obviously with 3 employers, 3 member reps, there's a very difference there. And obviously the members reps are looking at different things to the employer reps. So it's quite a diverse, and it's very, very interesting when we sit there on the board meetings to see the different views. That's it.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for your time, Dave, and explaining that. I think that's given a clearer picture of what's actually involved. And so if I could ask anybody that's interested in the role to please email pensions@shropshire.gov.uk, and then we can send you an application form, and we look forward to hearing from you.
And I look forward to meeting you on the board. Thanks very much, Alison.
Thank you, Dave.